Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to remove a broken wheel stud. So my wheel stud is actually in the rear end of my 2004 Ford F150, but it should be pretty similar for a lot of makes and models. Alright, so obviously my truck is all the way apart, and if you guys don't have access to your wheel stud, I'm not really covering that in this video. This is just how to actually get it out of here and put the new one in. So to get started, I got my ratchet and the size that I need to take off my brake caliper. There's the new wheel stud, some punches, a hammer, and a rubber mallet. So the first thing I'm going to do is take off my brake caliper and then slide off this rotor so we can get access to the wheel studs. Okay, now you can see that I have my brake caliper off and then also my rotor. So when I took the brake caliper off, I did not disconnect the brake line, so it's actually sitting up here. If you don't have somewhere to set it where you're not stretching out the brake line, you can use a ratchet strap or tie it somewhere. And then to get the rotor off, it just slides off, but a lot of times there's some rust and it's just kind of a lot of buildup back here. So that's why I got the rubber mallet. So I actually just hit the back of it in this opening right here with the rubber mallet until I broke it loose and then got it out of there. So now you can see we have complete access to this hub right here. And now is also a good time to clean up some of this rust. So if you have a little wire brush or something like that, go ahead and clean it up now. Maybe clean up these threads just because you have access to everything like that. And then also now's a good time if you have parking brakes, you can go ahead and inspect that and just kind of check out what's going on with your parking brakes. You can see here's my broken stud. There's nothing to grab onto up here, so we're going to be punching that backwards so that it pops out back here. And then when we put the new one on, we'll be punching it forward so that it goes in. A lot of times hitting this is really loud, so I've got some ear protection just so that I'm not having ringing ears later. So after a lot of wax, we got the broken wheel stud out. So you can see mine was literally completely shaven off, so there was nowhere for me to put anything else in the front. So using that punch and just taking my time. I could have soaked it in like PB Blaster probably to help just get some of that rust off of there, but we got it out after I don't know how many wax. So once that's out, you want to throw that in the trash. And now we have this opening for our new wheel stud. So we're going to take our new wheel stud, and obviously it's got to go in through the back, right? Well, there's not enough space back here for us to get any hits to put it in. So there's two ways we can do this. One is they have a special tool that actually helps thread it through and pull it out. Another way is you can use an old lug nut. I wouldn't recommend using one of your current lug nuts because you can damage it in this process. And then the other thing is we can use a screwdriver or a longer punch, and there's a little hole back here. I don't know if that's what it's for or if it's just like an inspection hole. I don't know if you guys can see that right there, but that's the punch poking through. So you can actually rotate this, rotate your hub, your axles to line up with that hole and then be able to punch from the back if you have access back here to hit with your hammer. So I'm gonna give it a couple hits and see if I can at least seat it straight. And then I have some old lug nuts, so I might do the lug nut trick afterwards. Okay, so that's the best I can do with that. I just don't want to bang on everything too hard. So let me go grab an old lug nut and then we'll try that out. So I have an extra wheel stud here, and ideally you want to have some kind of spacer that fit over the stud like this. This is an extra socket I had, but my studs are too big so it didn't fit. I found two nuts that are exactly the same size and fit right over that so they don't damage the threads and they actually don't move around at all. So I'm gonna try with my impact wrench. Ideally I'd like to get it started by hand, but I was able to use the punch to get it pretty straight. I just don't want to use an impact and warp it too hard or make it crooked, so I'm gonna go a little slow and see if I can get it in there nice and even. If you guys can see, that's the new stud right there, but you can see the rest of them have like rust all inside of the grooves, and this whole back plate is rusty. Alright, so there you go. That's how you replace a wheel stud. I use a little bit of WD-40 and the grinding pad and the wire wheel to get some rust off of the threads, some rust off the back. Now, we will put the rotor back on, put our brake caliper back on, and call it good. I'm not putting my wheels and tires back on just yet, so after that, after you put your wheels and tires back on, your studs should thread on fine, and now you got all your wheel studs. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I tried to make it quick, short, and simple, and just kind of show you how someone like me at their home garage was able to get a wheel stud replaced. I'm obviously working on my truck right now. It's in complete pieces, so I was kind of jammed back there in the corner. Sorry if the camera angle kind of sucked, but if you guys are interested in off-roading, pre-runners, or F150s, make sure you check out my other videos where I work on my pre-runner. I have two 2004 Ford F150s that I like to work on. My name's Adrian. I live in Las Vegas, Nevada, so make sure you guys check out my other videos right here and subscribe over here. Thank you guys. Have a good one.